Hey guys, welcome to the Blacklist Network. We have a new episode coming out today, and I have the awesome pleasure. I'm going to let him introduce himself, but I have the awesome pleasure of sitting with, interviewing someone you guys have probably seen on a billboard. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Well, hey everyone. I am attorney Marc Brown. I don't know how to introduce myself, what all to talk about, but y'all probably see my big head on some of these billboards around South Carolina. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get into it, so that's okay. You didn't have to tell us about you because we're going to find out about you. So let's just start with, where are you from, actually?
Oh,
Because nobody is from Columbia in real life. So, where are you from?
so I'm from Sumter, South Carolina. And Sumter, if y'all don't know, and everybody should know what big Sumter is, but Sumter is like 45 minutes from Columbia. So I like to tell people I'm technically from the area.
Got you.
But I've been here. I moved to South Carolina. I moved to Columbia back in 2004 to attend the University of South Carolina. And I've pretty much been here since then. I moved out to Atlanta for a little while.
Got
and
you.
then came back.
Okay, go Cox. Okay,
yes.
home of Jara Moran. Okay, I see what we did there. Okay.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
no idea you was from Sumter.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when you got to college, so you went to USC, what was your major?
So
Where did you start?
So my major was, I double majored in psychology and criminal justice. I was one of them people, I strongly believe this. Oh, I'm hitting the mic. I strongly believe this, if you go to college and graduate in 4 years, that's like leaving the party early. I didn't want to leave the party.
Okay, that's
so,
fair.
So I knew I wanted to major in both of those, but I didn't. I majored in psychology and minored in criminal justice. But then it was like, oh, it's time to graduate. And I was like, nah.
No,
I'm having too much fun.
Okay, that's fair.
So then I picked it up as a full double major.
Got
and
you.
Stayed a little longer.
Wow, so you picked these were the majors you picked when you got in the door and you stuck with them?
Yes, yeah.
What?
I wasn't one of those people that flip-flop.
How? So wait, so you already knew, you already had an idea of what you wanted to do, and so where did the idea come from?
So I honestly did not have an idea of what I wanted to do in life. I had more or less an idea of what I was interested in. I didn't focus on, I want to be this.
Got
I
you.
focused what I was interested in, and I just had faith that everything would work out and it would lead me to my career. Because originally, back to third grade, my mom tells me, I said I want to be a lawyer for the first time.
Oh, okay.
So, but as everyone knows, a lawyer, go to law school, become a lawyer, woo, you have to have good grades.
True. Whoa, crickets.
I did not have good grades.
Okay, I got you.
I'm blessed enough that my high school teachers and the principals saw enough in my potential that they did not put me out of school permanently.
Wow.
Although they would often send me home for days to regroup.
Oh, I like how you worded that. See you home for days to regroup.
And I barely graduated high school. I ain't gonna
What?
lie. They just wanted to get me out of there.
Wow, you was one of them.
Yeah, I was one of them. So I remember, and my guidance counselor, we're still real close today. He's my frat brother now.
Okay.
But I remember going to his office, and I was like, 11th grade or 12th grade, and I was like, yeah, I want to go to college. And he had a real serious look, like he got choked up a little bit. And he tried to figure out how to speak to this young child. And he got up and he shut the door.
Yes.
He came and put his hand on my shoulder. He said, there's other opportunities in college.
Wow, he was like, you ain't gonna make it, broski.
Yeah. And, And we had a talk.
Yeah.
And, I got together, and, I did what I was supposed to do. And I applied to the University of South Carolina, Columbia.
Wow.
And they told me no.
So, whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So everybody, you get a little welcome package.
Yeah.
Now I got this like a rectangle envelope, and it didn't say yes on the outside.
It didn't say yes on the outside.
So I opened it up, and it said no on the inside.
Oh, okay.
But it had a pamphlet to USC Sumter. So in 2003, I went to University of South Carolina Sumter campus. I did what I needed to do, and then I transferred to Columbia the next year.
Okay. So it kind of was a route within a route. At least, thankfully, that no didn't cause you to get discouraged. It just made you kind of take a different path, if you will.
And so the no, I did not let that no get me discouraged. I kind of let a yes get me discouraged, though. Because one thing I skipped here is
Tell us
my
about it.
final year of high school.
Okay.
My then girlfriend came to me with a test that said yes.
Okay.
And I now have a 21-year-old son. But once I was like, okay, I don't have good grades. I'm about to be a teenage father.
Ooh.
Law school's out the cards.
Wow.
It's out the picture. It's not going to happen.
Wow.
So I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was interested in. And that's how I came up with my major.
Oh my goodness. That in itself is a testimony of in itself, because I had my kid my freshman year in college.
Okay.
And it's not for the faint.
It's not.
It's not for the faint. It's very ghetto. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10. So my daughter is actually a freshman in college this year. So
okay,
I have a big kid too.
Yes. So you feel
So
it.
I
You
know
feel
the
it.
struggle of, having to be a parent and trying to go to school. So, okay, so you got that, yes, and then you took the route of going to school until you did a year at Sumter, and then you transferred. Okay, but in choosing your major, what was your process like in choosing your major? Because I know a lot of people get stumped on just, what the ham sandwich am I supposed to be doing?
I think most people they worry about too much, they worry about the future too much and try to have things too planned out. I want to be this. I want to be that. I truly believe, and it's a lot easier for me to say at this stage of my life than back then.
Right.
I truly believe that if you just follow your passion and what you are interested in, you can find ways to make money and careers out of that. And one thing, even in my business now, everybody knows Murphy's Law, right? Everybody knows Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong.
We found out today.
Things happen. But I don't like Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law is negative.
Fair.
I like to change a word in there, not will. What can go wrong might go wrong.
Okay,
or fair. Could go wrong.
Right.
Because if you're saying it will, that's negative.
Yeah.
You need to prepare for everything that could go wrong.
Right.
And just hope and pray that it won't.
Amen.
Most people don't know about Wilson's Law.
Okay.
Wilson's Law, I didn't learn about it till more recently. And I was like, oh, that's me right there.
Okay.
If you focus on knowledge and intellect and learning skills, the wealth and money will follow.
That's good. That's good. Because what's in your head is your moneymaker, for real. Like, that's really the moneymaker. Yeah. Wow, I like that. And you know what? What's kind of cool about your story is because you were getting into all sorts of things, it wasn't linear in the first place. So there's no expectation for it to be linear when, hey, I'm struggling to even get through this. So it kind of prepared you really to be able to be more flexible than most. And I think your flexibility probably play a big role in the success and where you are even today. That's cool.
Like
that's
that flexibility, you got to be fluid.
You got to be fluid.
You got to be able to go with the motions. I got, a lot of people know about my law firm and they know about the restaurant. But I only put things out there that I really want people to know. There's other things that aren't completely on my brand or don't need to be pushed like that. My other businesses, and I'm out at a lunch with my law firm yesterday, and I took them out to lunch, and I got some really rough news of a curveball on another business. And it was stuff that most people probably would have been freaking out. I just looked at my best friend since third grade is also my CFO.
Okay.
And I sent him a text message and screenshots. And he was eating. He looked at his phone and he just put his fork down and looked at me like, wait, and I just looked at him and just laughed. Like,
I love it.
So you just got to go with the flow. Take the good with the bad and enjoy it.
I think that is a thing that many of that had to be forced on me because my little brain is 1, 2, 3, ABC. This is how it goes. This is how it's supposed to work. And it kind of gets you flustered and frustrated about life that be lifing. And so, but staying fluid kind of just prepares you for like, all right, we're gonna make the adjustments and keep moving. Okay, so we're gonna pop back into, so you finished with criminology and psychology, and then so what happened next? So how do we get to law? Like, what did you take some time off? Did you have this epiphany in your sleep? Like, what happened?
All right, so I said that I wasn't ready to graduate, so I doubled up.
Okay.
You might think, oh, he's smart. He did well. No.
Just here for the party.
Yeah. I graduated the University of South Carolina with a 2.5 GPA.
In the name of Jesus.
2.5 GPA. Um, and at this point, in no time while I was actually in college, did I still anticipate and plan on becoming a lawyer.
Ooh, okay.
After the pregnancy and having a child, that went out the window.
Right. I just want to make it through.
Yeah. I don't want to make it through. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
So I took a job with Verizon Wireless after not law school, after undergrad, and I got a phone call from this lawyer in Atlanta, and he was having issues with his cell phones for his office, and so we were supposed to be on and off our call average 3 minutes. I taught this brother for like 15 minutes. Oh, wow. I'm like, man, he's talking about the law and how good he gave me the advice I needed in that moment. And I remember talking to my supervisor, Michael Rodriguez, and I was like, I quit. I don't quit today. I'm just letting you know, I'm about to quit. And I went home that night. I signed up for the LSAT, which was a test to get into law school.
Right.
Get into law school. And I bought all the materials and started studying that day. And I was like, and that's what that changed the path.
Oh,
it got me back on path.
Oh my gosh, that's a phone call.
Phone call
in the call center. And I remember the Verizon call center. Is it still here? I don't even know.
I think they work from home now.
Oh, I love that for them.
Yes.
A phone call on your job in the call center, and same. I had to work in all the call centers because again, I got a kid. I got to work. I got to go to school. It's all just all that. And that sparked something that was so vast, really, that it caused you to take another step, and that was, hey, I'm going to go look and do some research. And oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, so when did you go to school? Like, so how did law school go? Being that undergrad was a struggle bus, so how did this go?
So started law school. When was that? I don't even remember. 2011. And law school went amazing.
What?
Here is why.
My God.
People do good and become overachievers. You know, they haven't had any struggles in life. They got good grades all the way through high school and college, and they're smart. Well, they think and they know they're smart.
Right.
But when you get to law school, it's a whole different way of thinking, and people have hard time bending and being fluid.
Flexible.
They're not flexible, and then also in law school, you don't get an A. Like it's not easy to get an A.
True.
In almost every other program, everybody can get an A if everybody does really good. That's not law school.
Wow.
They only give out a certain number of A's, certain number or A plus, certain number of A, boom, boom, boom. You could write the amazing, everything correct, but somebody had a little bit better than you, you get bumped down to a B.
Oh,
even though you got everything right.
Yeah.
You just didn't write it well enough.
Yeah.
So that pits everybody to fight because you're in a class of 100 people, but you only know there's going to be 2 A pluses.
What?
You know exactly how many of these straight.
It's straight like that.
It's straight. It's cutthroat. And I went to Emory Law, which was the number 19 law school in the nation at the time.
Wow.
And it was cutthroat. So I went in there and I had imposter syndrome. I'm not supposed to be here.
Wow.
Everybody in there and me was better than me.
Wow.
We had a class. It was employment discrimination course. I took it, and everybody's in there, and he wanted you to go around the school, go around the classroom in order. Where did you go to undergrad? And an interesting fact about yourself. So the person I sat between someone that went to Yale and someone with a Harvard undergrad. Like,
imposter.
I own so many horses. I've been equestrian for years. And I'm like, I was like, I have a son that's, I can't remember how old he was. That was the most interesting thing about me. And everybody's like, oh, okay, yeah. So I was scared.
Right.
Man, I blew that thing out the water.
What?
Graduated with honors, top of my class, law school. Like, I was able to learn the game.
That's beautiful. Like, that tells me that you're in the lane you're supposed to be in anyway. Like, you're thriving because you're where you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So, fast forward, so you finish up law school. Now you take the bar. That's a separate situation.
Yeah, so I moved away. I went to Emory, like I said, in Atlanta. So I left South Carolina. 3 years did that. Boom, to the Georgia bar. I was in Georgia. Okay, and landed with a decent job. Fast forward through, I got engaged, and my wife, then fiance, she had no interest in moving to Atlanta.
Wow.
So I started looking for a job, and I landed at Nelson Mullins here in Columbia.
Oh, okay.
Nelson Mullins, one of the largest law firms in the country, a top 100 law firm, and their home office right here in Columbia.
Yeah.
So, and it was weird because, you wanted everything to be in a straight line.
Yeah.
Nelson Mullins was my dream job.
Really?
Yeah. I have at least 7 rejection letters from Nelson Mullins because I applied to them repeatedly.
Wow.
Throughout law school for internships, summer associate positions to work there. And I have so many rejection letters.
Wow.
And it's like some of them, it look like the signature is the same. So I'm like, did they just change the date and send me the same note?
Oh, that's the same one.
Yeah. So, but luckily, and I don't want to go deep into it because that's a whole nother story of how I got that position.
Yeah.
But I got there and I came back to South Carolina.
That's beautiful.
And one thing I will say, moving away from South Carolina was the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Okay.
With the intent to come back.
Okay.
And I say moving away from South Carolina, I would say moving away from Columbia something because you get comfortable.
Exposure too.
Exposure. I got exposed to so much. Like I was so unpolished.
Okay.
Oh, I was so unpolished.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. But then once I got there, they got me polished up. I got to meet people from Yale, Harvard, all different walks of life. Your forks, you got one fork that goes here, and it goes with your salad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that stuff.
I still use that same little fork.
So like, man, they put me on game and just taught me how to move and talk in different room situations.
I love it.
But yeah, came home.
This is beautiful. This is a great story, BTW. Like, wow, so inspirational. So at what point did you start your own firm? Like, how did that happen? Like,
I had no intentions to start my own firm.
Okay.
And I don't advise nobody to start their own law firm. But after years and years of working for the man and working in the machine, and the work I did, large multinational corporations and big insurance company would hire me to fix problems.
Okay.
So after they done killed a bunch of people,
then
they hire us to come in and help fix the issue.
Got it.
And I'm seeing all these individuals that are being hurt and killed, losing lives, and I'm seeing that I'm getting paid to get over on these people,
Wow.
and that didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, I see that the lawyers that these people are hiring aren't doing what I would want done for my family.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm like, you don't let me walk over you like you don't let you
right.
So I didn't sit right at that. So I didn't sit right with me.
Okay.
So I decided I got to switch to the other side.
Yeah.
I got to represent individuals that have been injured. I
Right.
got to represent families of people that have been killed. So then I went on a hunt trying to find a job. And I'm talking to all these personal injury law firms. Like, I mean, I'm gonna brag on myself right now. My pedigree was legit.
Okay,
my resume, my
let's go.
results, my experience.
Yeah.
I was top notch, especially on coming back from Atlanta, coming back to South Carolina. Didn't nobody want to pay me no money.
Wow.
And I'm not talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had grown men that have been successful in law firms talking about all the millions and millions they get their clients. Tell me, yeah, we'll give you $50,000. We'll give you $60,000. I'm like, bruh, I'm not looking for a windfall. I'm not even looking for how much I was making working my other job. But you gotta do a little bit better than that. I'm gonna make you a lot of money. And people are like, I hear what you say, what you're gonna do, but you're not proving. People actually told me that. So I was like, after 6 months of no's or yeses that were not up to my needs.
Yeah.
I was like, bump it, I'll do it myself.
Wow.
Those same guys that were telling me, we'll give you this. Now they're asking me to send them work.
Fluid.
Yeah, it's fluid. I went with emotion. They should have been fluid.
Wow. This is a great story. Okay, so you hopped out there and started your own. And how long have you been in business for yourself?
I've been in business for myself for 6 years. It'll be 6 years July 1st.
This is great.
My birthday is June 30th, so July 1st, 2019, I opened my doors.
Wow.
And the first, so anybody out there that has a business and is not going the way you want it, keep pushing. Don't try not to focus on the money. It's hard not to focus on the money when money's necessary.
Yeah.
But focus on your skill and doing good work. The money will come. when I saved up enough money that I thought would last me for 8 months. And when I planned out my law firm, I was meticulous in my planning. I knew how many staples I needed to purchase.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, my overhead is only going to be $5,500 a month. I saved up all my money, 8 months. 6 months later, I ain't had no money. Yeah. January 1st, 2020, I couldn't pay my rent. And I kept telling them, just give me time. Later on that month, January, I settled it was my second case I resolved, and it settled for $250,000.
Wow.
So the money I made off of that one case was equivalent to my year salary when I worked my big law job.
That's this is literally stepping out on faith, literally walking on water.
And it worked. Well, I was walking on water, and then my rent was due. I started sinking, but I was sinking slow. So I had my head up. And the crazy thing is that case is sold for $250,000. 2 months before that, they offered me $100,000. Wow. Can you imagine not having no money and you see that you're running out of money?
That bait.
And most lawyers, because I don't work with so much, we're not really able to talk about specific lawyers, all the rules and whatnot. Yeah. But I would say most lawyers, like, I need that money.
Take it.
You get that.
Right.
And I told them no.
Oh, gosh, that's so good. Don't take that dangling carrot.
Give me the policy limits.
Yeah.
I need all that. My client needs all of that. And then on top of that, I even reduced my attorney's fee because I felt so bad for what happened. And, I just wanted to do right by the family.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
I love that. A lawyer with a conscience.
You have to.
That's beautiful. Because I just can't imagine you're a rare breed. You're just a rare breed.
At that lunch I was talking about earlier, I was telling something else popped up, and I looked over at one of the lawyers that works with me, and I was like, man, if I didn't have a conscience, you know how wealthy I'd be right now?
Come on.
Oh, my God.
That's so good.
It's like, not only do you have to focus on your intellect and knowledge and gaining skills, you have to do the right thing. When karma's real, whatever you put out there into the air, into the environment, it comes back to you.
Yeah.
So if you're not a nice person, don't expect to be blessed.
Reaping and sowing is a principle whether you're saved or not. It's a principle of the earth. You're going to reap what you sow, period. Yes. And I like what you said when you began to sing, and I thought of the scripture, and Jesus reached his hands out to Peter when he began to sing and pulled him up. So you in the book. You in the book.
So, and it's been a blessing because my firm is thriving. It's just 6 years. I think, was that last year, 2024, 23, I can't remember. Inc. 5000 named my law firm one of the fastest growing law firms in the nation. One of the top 5 fastest growing companies, period, in South Carolina.
That's beautiful. Let's go.
And it's been crazy.
That's a blessing. That's a real blessing, especially knowing that you're putting your, conscience first and not just chasing a dollar. I'm concerned about the actual people. So that's beautiful. Wow. We got another endeavor I want to hop into. Let's talk about this restaurant. Where the ham sandwich did that come from, and what? Tell us about that. All right,
so my wife and I were big foodies, and we travel specifically for food most of the time. Yeah. We find restaurants in the area and all right, let's go.
Yeah.
And my wife is also from Philly, so she introduced me to real Philly cheesesteak. You go to, I'm not gonna say their names, but you go to places around South, places around here, and they have Philly cheesesteak on the menu, and it has like green peppers and all that. That's not a cheese.
That's not it. That's not it.
So I was like, whoa, we need this down south. And Big Day Cheesesteaks opened up in Atlanta, and they had like a cult following. I love the company. I love everything they were doing. And October of 2022 or 2023, or I don't know, sometime years ago, I hit them up on. I tried to send them a DM on Instagram, like, hey man, when you gonna franchise, or let me, would you be interested in opening one here? I got ignored.
Wow.
No response. It was like crickets. Fast forward a couple years, I see a post, they're talking about franchising. So I followed information, boom, boom, and they contacted me.
Wow.
And it was up from there. And I didn't tell him about that message.
Wow.
Until and now CEO, we're like family now.
Wow.
So we are out to lunch at Market on Main here, and I was like, hey man, You and I never talked about that message I sent you on Instagram years ago. What you talking about? I'm on my phone.
Not you had receipts.
I scrolled, I showed him, and he started laughing because, boom, now, my wife and I, we have one location here in Columbia. We're going to be opening at least 4 more in South Carolina.
I love it. Let's go.
So bringing all the cheesesteaks here.
Listen, you are definitely the poster child of I'll do it myself. Like whenever it's a situation, is a door that look closed, you're like, bet, I'll just go around.
I don't believe in doors. It's like so many doors got slammed in my face.
My God.
I quit knocking.
I'm heading out. I'm just gonna build my own door. I
bet. I see what y'all doing over there. I like that. Let me show you how to really do it.
I love that. Yeah. I think in your even your childhood, it all just works together because again, if you had you been more of a structured child, if you will, of like, oh, I got all the A's, I got this, I feel like it wouldn't have created the person who you are today. I just think it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's no way. Like to be flexible in the grind that I have. All the other lawyers and looking at other law firms how I operate. Like I remember, and I still to this day would do it. Like I'm sitting there, my client didn't have access. So I had a client, he broke out a bunch of his teeth, and he didn't have insurance. None of these doctors want to fix his teeth. I had one of my friends as a dentist. I like, man, if you can help him out, do it on a letter of protection, which means that you ain't getting paid today.
Right.
You probably ain't getting paid tomorrow. But when the case settles, we'll be able to pay this doctor's bill. Can you help me out? He said, yeah. He opened up the shop on a Saturday morning. I picked him up in Sumter, drove him there, waited in the lobby. He got his perfect teeth, perfect smile done. Made sure to help him out. And his mom was so appreciative of that.
Right.
Because she didn't have a car. He didn't have a car. He had no way to get there.
That's extra miles. I mean, that's beyond the Call of Duty. Extra mile. And you're going to stay in business because when people know that you care about them and it's a conscious first, you're going to grow regardless of whatever is going on. You're going to grow in concrete. It don't even matter. You're literally going to sprout in concrete.
Right? That's it.
Literally. So as we wrap it up, any final thoughts that you would say to the person who may be, hey, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm not sure I should step out on this thing. Any final thoughts to encourage somebody to do whatever it is that's in front of them?
Yes. In this day and age, whatever you have interest in, there's a way to make money doing it. So don't think, oh, this is going to get me rich. I'm going to make a bunch of money. No. What do you want to do that you are actually good at? I like playing basketball, but I'm trash at it. I'm not going to be a basketball player. Figure out what you can do, what you really like. Figure out how to be good at that, and then figure out a way to make money off of it. Then while you're working, not only are you enjoying it, and you genuinely have love for it, but then people will pay you for your skills. They'll pay you for your talent.
Wow.
You'll find your lane. You find other places, other people in other places that are doing something similar, and I'm okay with copying. I have a billboard in Columbia right now. They have the South Carolina license plate, but it says "Call MB." That's not my idea. I was in Detroit, Michigan, and there's a lawyer up there that was doing that with the Michigan license plate, and I brought that here. I'm not going to copy somebody that's here. Don't do that. But, don't reinvent the wheel and stay in your lane.
That's so good.
You'll be successful.
That's so good. Stay in your lane, folks. I think that boils it down. Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Mark, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to come down here on a Saturday morning. I appreciate you. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye. That was really good.